Good day and welcome to yet another exciting Sport Wrap show where we update you on the latest news within and beyond Namibian borders. I am Ashwin Berry and now for the latest on the hit list. Namibia is gearing up to host the ultimate test of human endurance as adventure racing teams from all over the world make their way to the land of the brave. They're scheduled to kick off in Walvis Bay in May 2024. Adventure racing, known as the pinnacle of endurance races, will see teams of 4 athletes embark on a grueling journey spanning approximately 500 kilometers. The race will encompass a variety of terrains and challenges, including mountain biking, trail running and kayaking. The Adventure Racing World Series is a premier competition that brings together the world's top endurance athletes in adventure races around the globe. This includes 3 to 10-day qualifier expeditions leading up to an annual world championship, as well as 12 to 36-hour regional races that provide an accessible pathway into the sport. The annual Trustco Castle Lite Ten-a-side rugby tournament starts today in Olympia and reaches its climax tomorrow. The 2-day tournament offers the participating clubs the traditional pre-season opener for the local club rugby season, which starts very soon. The matches will be broadcast live on network television NTV, DSTV 285 and GoTV 25 on the Facebook pages of Sport Wrap, Republican, Erongo and NTV, as well as NTV's website oneup2.com. Last year, FNB Kudu's first team showed irrepressible confidence on their way to winning the United Ten-a-side Premier Division, beating Wanderers 21-12 in a tightly contested final under floodlights and taking home the 10,000 Namibian dollar prize money put up by the tournament's main sponsors, Windhoek Draft and Brand Plan. Guess who your commentator is? All right, moving on. The FISPO opening tournament will take place in Swakopmund this coming Saturday. The first games kick off at 8:30 in the morning at SFC. The eventful FISPO year 2024 opens with 13 adult teams from 3 clubs. In November, the Under-18 World Cup for men and women will take place in Chile, while the Women's World Championship will take place in Argentina shortly thereafter. The FISPO Association aims to send 3 teams to South America. They, however, said that a final decision will be made at the end of February. Now, on Friday evening, a special general meeting will be called at the SFC to adopt a new game regulations and constitution. In Category A, SKW has 2 teams for the first time since 2014. We're going to take a short break before we continue with more from Sport Wrap. Let's continue with the hit list. The 13th African Games will be held from 8 to 23 March 2024 in Ghana at Accra and Cape Coast on the Atlantic coast, as well as Kumasi inland. It is only the second time in history that this comprehensive multi-sport event is presented in more than one city. Athletes from around 54 African countries are expected at the 2023 Games. The second Grand Prix meeting of Athletics Namibia this past Saturday in Windhoek was concluded after the first in Swakopmund. Locally, it was the second last chance for Namibians to raise their hand for the African Games. Reitfontein near Grootfontein is the place where athletes will line up for the third Grand Prix this coming Saturday. Now swinging over to cricket, the Richelieu Eagles picked up their first 2 points of the ICC World Cup League 2 series by defeating Nepal's Rhinos by 4 wickets in their one-day international in Kirtipur yesterday. Gerard Erasmus was the player of the match, in the very first match of the series, in which 8 countries will compete over the next 4 years. Namibia, 134 for 6 in 31.1 innings, unexpectedly cut short Nepal's 132 all out in 41.1. Bull run of 15 consecutive ODI victories at home. We're going to take a quick break on Sport Wrap before we dive straight in the pipeline.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
In today's pipeline, Daniel Paulus, Alina Armas, Helalia Johannes and coach Robert Cajujuena left for Spain to compete in the Sevilla Marathon, known as the flattest marathon course in Europe. The 3 runners are aiming to clock times that will enable them to compete at the Paris Olympics this year. They will be in action on Sunday. Now, African Stars coach Mervin Mbakera has his eyes set on gaining maximum points when his team comes up against a determined Life Fighters today at 5 p.m. Stars lost their place at the top of the table and dropped to second place after dropping 5 out of the possible 6 points last weekend. They, however, traveled to Oshiwa Rongo, and this is to play against relegation-threatened Life Fighters before meeting UNAM FC on Sunday. The other early weekend fixture will be Orlando Pirates against UNAM FC at 5 p.m. today. The match will be played at the UNAM Stadium, with Woody Jacobs Pirates seeking their first 3 points of their year. Now, Sport Wrap caught up with Woody Jacobs, and this is what he had to say about the upcoming matches.
That is in Botswana. Well, you are tasked with a heavy job. Not sure that it was such a good welcoming, but I'm sure you are relishing for the challenge, and the challenge has already started. Well, this weekend, Orlando Pirates, relegation threatened at the bottom of the log, are playing against UNAM FC. That is today, which is Friday. Just tell us, what do you think of that, and how do you assess this one coming into this match, and what is needed from your team?
Yeah, good morning, Jesse. I think thank you so much for welcoming me back. I've been back now almost a month now, and it's nice to be home. Home is always home, but like you said, last weekend was not a good one. Starting last week Thursday, when we played Nampol, a game that I think we played well, a game that we conceded, not through really being overwhelmed and outplayed, but more goals that we conceded from our mistakes. And it's something that we've been working very hard on in training, not to concede. And mission impossible, if you ask me. Nobody gives us a chance to get from that basement. We're basically the only ones that gives us a chance. And we have opportunity on tomorrow at the UNAM Stadium again against an informed UNAM team, a very young, vibrant, well-coached UNAM team that we need to take on with the odds on our backs firmly against the wall. But my coaching experience has taught me that you never give up until it's done. And that's what we're aiming to do, so we are going to fight all the way. It's difficult. We managed to change the team, and I think we reinvigorated the team, and the team looks good. But it's now a matter of getting that killer instinct and to kill teams off. Playing good football is not the aim now. But we want to win football matches. And tomorrow, the aim is very clear. Do not concede and try and put the chances that you create, put them away.
Yes,
and put the game to bed.
To bed. Yes, coach. You have returned to this team that you find really struggling, barely having won matches. What do you think the main problem has been in terms of football-wise on the pitch?
Well, I think the inexperience for me, the inexperience that the team that I think they've assembled is for me not the most experienced team, because you need some experience to go through a ride like this. And I think that was the main Achilles heel, that they could not win matches. I don't think that they were not good enough, but it's more that the other teams were well oiled and well gelled, and Pirates was not, finding the going tough. But I think with 13 games to go tomorrow, 12 games after that, and playing against a UNAM team that's also in mid-table and finding it tough, and also want to get out of the relegation, it will be a very tough battle. And then again, we go to Sunday, we go to Live Fighters, which is just with us on the 15th, we're with 16th spot, and they're at 15th spot. So it will be tough to fight them in their own backyard. But it's a battle that we are relishing and that we are up for. I'm saying that you need to fight with the people that's also down there with you in the basement. You cannot be dropping points against those teams, because it will lead to you staying where you are. So tomorrow we'll go with all fired up, and we're gonna take on UNAM, and we're gonna take on Live Fighters with that desire and to get out of that position, because it's one that I think a team like Pirates should not be in. But we don't want to blame anybody. We rather want to say that, like I said to you last week, my call is once again to the supporters. My call is to management. My call is to the players to say that, and we must get down on our knees and work. But God say He rewards those who reward themselves and who works hard. So we need to work hard. We need to pull out all the stops. We need to stop defending in the manner that we do, and also try and put away the chances and be more clinical in front of goal. And we've worked hard on the training pitch. And this week, the two matches that we played against a young Brazilian and Nampol, that is now on top of the league, I think we can pat ourselves on the back that we did well against those two teams, but we were a little bit naive in how we conceded the two goals. So it's water under the bridge. We were provided with that learning material to learn from, and I think we've done that, and we psychologically, mentally, we are up there to do this. So in all honesty, I'm really chuffed, and I'm really happy that we can push through, and I'm sure and I'm fully confident that this team can pull through.
Oh, good. Thank you.
All the best, Mr. Jacobs. We're going to take a short break just before we return with your take.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
All right, Sport Wrap met with former African champion Jeremiah Loki Nakatila, who spoke about his current boxing endeavors. Nakatila says his biggest aim so far is to get back in the ring and fight, but is not looking to call out anyone. Let's hear from the man himself.
Loki, welcome to the Sport Wrap show once again. You have become a popular figure in this regard. Well, the year has started. I haven't really spoken to you much this year in terms of what you are up to. Can you just update us on what you are up to and what you are looking forward to?
Yeah, for me, come to sport, I'm back in the gym. I'm looking forward to bigger fight this year. And we had a meeting already with my promoter, Nesta Tobias, and all he's waiting for is to get a chance for a bigger and better fights for me. And I myself am back in the gym. Like now we are having a fight coming up, not for me but for our colleagues in the gym. So normally when there's a fight, we assist each other when it comes to sparring, and I have to test myself. That's the moment to test yourself when it comes to fight and all these things, boxing. When there's a sparring, is where you see yourself that you are where you have to improve yourself, and I'm busy with that. This year, hopefully, I'm hungry. I'm more hungry now. All the past loss make me more hungry, and come the day I'm going to step in the ring, I'm going to show that I'm hungry and I still got it. And I just can't wait for that announcement that when is my fight date.
Well, look, you seem to be really picking up in terms of body weight, in terms of muscle weight. Is this a sign that you might actually go up further into the divisions, or is it, are you going to stop here?
Yeah, so currently I'm fighting at lightweight and the super lightweight. So I moved up a bit because now when it comes to my last fight was the super lightweight, so junior welterweight. So that's indicated, for me now I built up a bit and then I have to move up. So any fight that can come to lightweight or junior welterweight, I'm ready. I will fight, and I'm strong in both weights.
Mm-hmm. Any specific boxer that you are looking to face out this year?
Yeah, no, this year I'm not really gonna point out any name now, especially that I have to get a win right now. For my focus is to get a win. Mm-hmm. Once I did that, then I will see who is next when it comes to the lightweight or super lightweight. So for now, it's training time and focusing to secure a win.
Thank you so much, Loki.
Sure, pressure.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
So, just a reminder, the annual Trustco Castle Lite Ten-a-side rugby tournament starts today in Olympia and reaches its climax tomorrow. The two-day tournament offers the participating clubs the traditional pre-season opener for the local club rugby season, which starts soon. The matches will be broadcast live on network television, DSTV channel 285, GoTV 25, on Facebook pages of Sport Rap, Republican, Erongo and NTV, as well as NTV's website oneup2.com. Ashwin Berry will be one of the commentators. But from me, it's time for me to say goodbye and leave you in the very capable hands of Ari Hogad as he takes us globe trotting. Cheers.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. Two tournaments being played, one on the WTA Women's Tour and then one on the Men's Tour. Starting off with the WTA Women's Tour, it is the Qatar Open, and the four players playing in the semi-finals have been determined. It will be number 1 seed, Iga Swiatek. She will play against Karolina Pliskova, and that is after Iga Swiatek beat Victoria Azarenka by 6-4 and 6-love. It was Karolina Pliskova, also too strong for Naomi Osaka, and the score in that quarterfinal was 7-6 and 7-6. Number 3 seed, she's also through to the semi-finals. That is Elena Rybakina, and she beat Leila Fernandez. She beat her by 6-4 and 6-2. And it's Elena Rybakina that will play in the semi-finals now against Anastasia Pavlikova. Then on the ATP Men's Tour, it is Rotterdam Open, and it's Jannik Sinner, the Australian Open winner. He's through to the next round. He played in the round of 16, and he beat Gael Monfils by 6-3, 3-6 and 6-3. Then number 3 seed, Holger Rune, he's out of the tournament. He lost in the round of 16. He lost to Alexander Chechenko, and the score there was 6-4, 1-6 and 6-3. On to cricket news, and it's a South African women's team that's really battling against Australia. That is the once-off test against Australia, and it is Australia that lead by 432 runs, and it is South Africa that batting again in the second innings. What happened was South Africa first innings 76 runs, and then Australia replied by a massive score of 575 for the loss of 9 wickets, and that is with Annabelle Sutherland scoring 202 runs. South Africa batting again in the second innings, they 67 for the loss of 3 wickets. Then also the test match between South Africa's men's cricket team and New Zealand that's also done. It's New Zealand that won the second test. They won it in Hamilton, and they won it by 7 wickets. A tough task for them to chase 269 to win in their second innings, but they did it for just a loss of 3 wickets. And it was Kane Williamson that had success again, a big 100 for him, 133 runs for Kane Williamson in the win of New Zealand over South Africa, winning that test series by 2-0. And to conclude today's international sports news, it is soccer news. The soccer news from the club Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. And the news there is that the France striker Kylian Mbappe, he told the club of his intention to leave the club at the end of the year. He already tried to leave the club last year, but he stayed on to finish his contract. And it is a strong speculation that he will join Real Madrid. He's earning close to $200 million US dollars annually a year, so he's quite expensive, but Real Madrid looking for a striker. Quite recently, it was PSG, Paris Saint-Germain that had 3 very high-quality players on their books. It was Mbappe that was on their books, and also Lionel Messi, but he left. And then also, quite recently, it was the Brazilian international Neymar, also played for PSG. So all 3 of them will be not at the club at the end of the season. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again on Monday. Goodbye.